Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Cancer, July 3, 2022. Mars clashes with Pluto today, and this transit can pull up a conflict between a relationship and your duties, responsibilities, or worldly or strategic goals. Watch for taking on too much or overemphasizing one to the detriment of another. You should have room for both in your life, and if one drive is taking over, it's a sign to ease some pressure. People close to you can seem quite demanding or even pushy right now, or you may feel caught in the middle of a power struggle. Still, interactions might put you in touch with your fear of change in your relationships. Your first reaction may be to scramble to find ways to regain or maintain control, but attempts to do so can bring about undesirable results. Aim to rise above your fears. The moon's transit of your solar second house helps steady your emotions. Partners may seem to be going through some kind of phase you have never seen before, but then perhaps this holds true for you as well. The aspect at play is encouraging the mad, bad, and very different to emerge. You may decide to go somewhere completely new and forego old haunts. Try something that really feeds that element of excitement in you, and you will both have quite an unforgettable day. Think about where you want your career path to go before jumping in. Working relationships, partnerships, and professional commitments could significantly transform your career when Mars in Aries squares Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. Now is the time to make thoughtful changes in your arrangements instead of taking hasty action. You could even mediate any strenuous commitment during the square. If you feel like the time is right, the square could encourage you to finally break away from partnerships and commitments that will not enhance your professional accomplishments or status. People may be coming on strong, but more than likely you will be right there to meet them with an equally powerful rebuttal. The problem is, the person who confronted you was talking about apples, and you are talking about oranges. Get off your familiar soapbox for a minute and listen to what the issue is really about. Don't get caught in crucial misunderstandings, otherwise, things will tragically backfire at a later date. If you want to be active, go on and do it. Your family would be glad of someone who can lend a helping hand. You might feel the urge to be creative too. Come out and say what you're thinking. You will be welcomed with open arms and be able to realize some of your plans. Most importantly of all, enjoy time spent with your friends or family. Watch your back or get someone you trust to watch it for you. If you're dealing with money or other real-world business, you've got to be more careful than usual. You long for some excitement in your love life. Don't despair, circumstances conspire to make your wish a likely reality, and you don't have to wait much longer for your opportunity to become a reality. Dressing in a distinctive way, venturing out, you may find your special love much closer than you realized. On days like this you can gauge just how much you have changed. You are becoming so worldly and detached from trivial things that there is very little that shocks you anymore. If you react with sarcasm to the little problems of those close to you, you risk offending them. By the end of the day, the air will be thick with tension. This is a good day to do some serious thinking. When a vibration is in the air, it is common to find yourself pondering the various areas of your life. In fact, you may find that you daydream a little. Go with this energy. It is an opportune time for you to reconnect with yourself. Think about your life, your career, your finances, and the relationships you share. You will find it easier to think of solutions if you need to, as well. Having the moon not only in your income sector during Mars last weekend in your career sector but at a friendly aspect is an advantage to both. As the moon's last visit before the first planetary activity on the income front for the year begins, this is a chance to steer Mars' warrior and competitive spirit in a lucrative direction while at the same time firing up your confidence and your motivation. While this is creating positive conditions on the income and career fronts now, this is just a taste of things to come. As Venus and Mercury, the planets of love and communication, spend their last weekend in a nostalgic part of your chart, you have heart and mind on the same page as you take a nostalgic trip down love's memory lane. While romantic nostalgia will become more dominant once Mercury leaves, there is a chance now to look back both objectively and through rose-colored glasses. Our eyes in the sky. Today is a wonderful time to heal the subconscious and heart. We all have trauma and wounds that we've pushed to the bottom of our consciousness, but now the emotions around the pain are coming into focus. Chiron is a smaller celestial body originally classified as a centaur because of its location and an asteroid because of its mass. Wounded healer Chiron, currently in Aries, aspects Venus in Leo this afternoon. During this time, you'll be able to take a deep look at your recent hurts and see how you can change them. Issues with confidence and self-esteem could come into focus. Mercury in Gemini also shares a minor aspect with Chiron today. This planetary connection gives us the chance to look within and fix recently repressed issues or feelings we've had to suppress and not deal with. Discussing your feelings with others can be healing and invigorating. This energy is more appropriate than ever because we've all been holding in tears, emotions, and uncertainties that need to be released. The upcoming new moon in Leo will bring our emotions out into the open. Is danger lurking around the corner as a hot new month begins? If today's shadowy Mars-Pluto square has anything to say about it, that's a big, fat cosmic yes. With intense Mars traveling alongside reckless Aries, one of the signs it rules, it gains, what not to do, steam as it bulldozes its way through the universe. As intense Mars squares off with mysterious, death-obsessed Pluto in Sirius Earth sign Capricorn, it's no surprise that there's a lot of tension in the air. It's hard to tell what anyone around you might do next, and you aren't even all that sure about your own intentions or motivations and why they lead you to act in a certain completely uncharacteristic way. Power struggles prevail at work and at home, and your frustrations could even result in actual physical altercations today. Even the calmest of signs can be driven over the edge as you find yourself in places you never dreamed you'd be when you woke up this morning. In the pre-dawn hours, the moon's sextile to Mars offers us playful energy. We want to demonstrate our intelligence under the Leo moon, while Mars in Leo stimulates a competitive streak that is optimal for lighthearted games and trivia. The sextile aspect softens our need to win and prevents us from becoming sore losers. We would rather share others' company and have fun, instead of beat the competition and wind up by our lonesome. Additionally, this aspect isn't half bad for forming romantic connections, and even though it perfects before the start of the day, we will feel buoyed by courageous and aspirational feelings into the morning. Afternoon, Venus in Leo creates a trine to Chiron in Aries, helping to heal our hearts. We see past romantic disappointments for lessons learned, and commit to being mindful of our attractions to similar personality types who leave us feeling insecure in love. After a hard fall in romance, we tend to wall ourselves off to prevent further pain. There is a time and a place for seclusion, sheltering, and coming back to oneself, as there is a time and place for embracing vulnerability and allowing others to have access to us. This influence offers us the gift of surrender. Acknowledge that you have moved through a dark night of the soul, and because of this, you are again prepared to seek soul-stimulating relationships.